Hi, my name is Juan Cantelli, and we were just listening to a pedal that I've been eagerly anticipating for the last several years now, the Suhr Thornicus. I'm a big fan of Ian Thornley's playing and Big Rec's music, and for the last several years, Ian was kind of hinting at, while simultaneously trying to hide, a prototype pedal that was in his guitar rack. And anytime he was doing a rig spotlight or sort of a rundown of the gear that he was using, you'd kind of see it in there, but it was sort of blurred out, and all of us guitar nerds are trying to figure out what it was. And at NAMM 2026, the cat was finally let out of the bag. The Thornicus is a dual channel fuzz with a fuzz side and an octave fuzz side, and I finally got my hands on one, and I'm pretty psyched about it. If you're familiar with Ian and his playing, you know that he's a pretty massive fuzz fan. This new pedal is a collaboration between Ian and Kevin Suhr, and it was really their way of sort of going down Ian's wish list of all of the things that he wished he could have in a fuzz pedal, and I think they ticked them all off. I mean, it's a pretty incredible pedal. It's a dual channel fuzz, so there's a fuzz side and then there's an octave fuzz side, and each side has its own individual and independent level, sustain, mid, and tone controls. So you can set them pretty drastically different if you want to, or you can pretty much have a same sound, just one side has an octave side on it, which is pretty cool. It's also MIDI switchable, so if you want to use it with an elaborate either rack mount rig or you've got a pedal board switcher, you can do that too and seamlessly switch back and forth between the sides or bypass it entirely. Ian and the people at Suhr did an incredible video already where they did it at the Suhr headquarters, and Ian talks all about the R&D process and the whole journey of making this pedal. It showcases some of his stellar guitar playing and kind of goes through a bunch of the sounds already. And if you haven't already checked out that video, go check it out. I'm going to put a link in the description below where you can watch that, because it's just a thoroughly enjoyable video from beginning to end. What I wanted to do in this video, though, was to showcase some of the other sounds that you can get out of it as well. Ian talks about how he loves that sort of unpredictable fuzz sound where, you know, everything kind of feels like it's about to explode and it's sort of unbridled. But I, myself, kind of like amps that are really articulate and punchy and unforgiving, and then I'll usually hit them with an overdrive pedal to make them even tighter. So a pedal that sort of blows up the low end and makes things not tight isn't something that I would always maybe traditionally go for. But this pedal does something really, really unique that a lot of other fuzz pedals don't. You can get all of the fuzz sounds that I was just talking about, but you can also nail the front of the amp with it and get this sort of enigma of a sound where it's massive and huge and feels like it's going to explode, but it's also still controllable. And that's thanks to the tone control, the mid control, and the sustain and level controls all working in conjunction with each other. So I'm gonna stop talking and I'm gonna pull out a guitar and we're gonna go through some of those sounds. And yes, it'll do the Big Rec thing. So let's check that out first. Okay, so really quick, let's check out some guitar sounds and kind of break down the signal chain that I was using at the beginning of the video. I'm using my Suhr Ian Thornley model Suhr. This is the Roughneck that's going into the Thornicus pedal, and then that's hitting my Splon quick rod. The quick rod's kind of like a hot rodded Marshall, but I don't have the gain set very high on that thing. And then from the quick rod, it's going into my Suhr Reactive load, and I'm just using an impulse response of a Celestion greenback with a single SM57 on it. So it makes the signal chain not, you know, super complicated or anything. So the big question, for me at least, when I was interested in picking this thing up was, will it do the A Place to Call Home gigantic guitar sound? So check this out. Here is the amp. So there it is. It's pretty killer, right? So the cool thing about the Thornicus is that with the tone control and the mid control engaged, you can go over to sort of like the regular fuzz side and get the fuzz sound that sounds like it's collapsing in on itself. want that sound, it's there. But what's really cool is if you bring the tone knob up, the mid knob up, and you push a little bit more sustain and level, you can actually get it to where the notes bloom and don't die off quite as quickly. So that's really cool to me. So you can get all of that great articulation with that gigantic low end that we were kind of talking about earlier in the video, and it's kind of an enigma of a guitar sound. Same thing when you bring it over to the octave side. Setting things a little more extreme, right? You get this. You still get all that like unpredictable fuzz thing, but you can almost anticipate where it's going. So it's a really, really cool sound. And again, for me, most importantly, it does the. It does that thing. So if you're looking for a really versatile fuzz pedal that'll cover everything from classic guitar tones right on up through high gain, ridiculous guitar shenanigans, the Suhr Thornicus is absolutely incredible. With its two sides, its independent EQs, MIDI switchability, I mean, what more could you possibly want in an awesome fuzz? So head over to suhr.com to find out more information about it. Do check out that video with Ian Thornley in the link below, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.